Hey, great people. This is Bob, and this is going to be kind of a crazy video, but I'm a fragaholic. I've been a fragaholic for 5 years now. I'm 5 years in, and since then I've collected a lot of perfume. Not a huge amount. I sold off a lot, but right now my count is like around 130 on FragHead with lots of backup bottles, and that's a problem. But I think I've come to an impasse, a breakthrough that has happened, and that is, it just came upon me. I have found my signature scent. I'm elated to say that. It just came upon me. Kind of always romanticized about back in the day when I had like 5 colognes or perfumes and 1 or 2 main signature scents. I did a video about that. It's called Before I Was a FragHead. I really enjoyed doing that, and I'll try to link it below. This has been my main signature scent all my life. I mean, a long time. Before I became FragHead, this was probably the most popular, Burberry Brit. And then I wore this one a lot. I don't have the bottle anymore. I sold it off. Herrera for Men. This is full of nickels right now. I use it as a weight. It's I collect nickels, but I went through a lot of bottles of this. I discovered FragNet like in the early 2000s, very early, like not internet of course, but ordering over the phone, ordering just backups of these two and just storing them away. And so those have been my first signature scent. Was Pierre Cardin in college, a splash on, and that was something. That smelled great, and just everyone loved it. Dancing at parties, and I would have that bottle stolen out of my room in the fraternity when we had parties in the house. But I digress. This was not planned. It came upon me just when I bought my latest Dior Privé, and that's this one, Milly-la-Forêt. Milly-la-Forêt is a town just south, very close to Paris, south of Paris, where it's said that where Christian Dior hung out. And I blind bought this, and I fell in love with it. I just don't love it. I fell in love with this floral, a little bit fruity, powdery musk. All these right here, I love powder, as you could probably tell, especially these two. I'm a powder hound, masculine powder hound, and I didn't think I liked musk this much either. So upon getting Milly, then wearing it again, getting to know it, I fell in love with it. And it's like when you are with someone and then you just suddenly realize one place in time that you love this person. Like in the past, before I was married, I was like, without a shadow of a doubt, I love this person. It's happened to me a couple times. I'm in love and I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with this person, or I know I'm gonna get married to this person, you know, such as. This juice I can wear year round, and that's because I live in a unique situation. As some of you know, I live in a very year-round warm climate here in Hawaii. So, and that's, you know, I have no seasons, so that's a plus and a minus. I can wear it for all occasions, anytime, anywhere. I've been wearing this to work almost every day, and that's what I mean by it's now my signature scent. I don't have to think anymore. I love it. I spray it I have a decant of it at work and here, so I don't have to spray out of this bottle all the time. And a couple other factors that led me to this grand decision. You know, it's a Dior. I love the house. It's my favorite house. It's discontinued. All right, no one wears it. No one knows about it. That's kind of sexy, right? Right, kind of egotistical. And because it's a Dior and it's a Demaché powder, definitely, it's a powder hound. But overall, it's a musk, and it's very pleasing. And I think it's very masculine when a guy wears this, or when I wear it. I had great feedback on it already. Laura, my colleague at work, who used to have a side job at Joe Malone, but they closed up. I sprayed up one little atomizer spray to refresh, one tiny spritz, and she, with her mask on, she looks up and goes, "What's that?" And she liked it, and she doesn't like anything. She doesn't like anything. I'll be wearing other fragrances. There's no way I can get around the other ones I love. Probably there's many of them that I love more than this, but you know, such as a couple of Fahrenheits, maybe my absolute. But I'll be wearing a handful of my fragrances out on occasions, dates, and dinners. You know, I'm not gonna wear this all the time, but I'm just gonna wear this mostly, and it's gonna keep me happy. Yeah, it's just like realizing that I'm in love with someone. So, but the last thing to seal the deal, like a month ago when I realized this, it was more than a month ago when I bought this. If that's going to be my signature fragrance, you know, I'm an old guy, but I'd still probably, especially me, I want to back up. This probably be enough. But I need some assurance. I need to seal the deal. And I know Crystal, my Dior rep in town, had another bottle of this. This is a 125. So I figured it was a 250, so I'm going to get that 250. And I know it's still back there because no one's going to get it. No one buys any of the Privés in that boutique except I. So I call up. Well, I go there. She's not working. She's on vacation. So they got these other minions there. They have no idea about anything about perfume. And Crystal doesn't know anything about perfume either. She doesn't wear it, but she's just a good salesperson. And so I go up to this lady and goes, "Oh, I can sell it for Crystal. It's Millie Laforet." She comes back. It's this new Japanese older lady that has no idea, no clue. We don't have it. And then my jaw drops, and I was afraid of that, right? He goes, no, you definitely have it. I think she was looking for this size bottle. So I go, Millie Laforet. She goes, "Okay, any size you got." She goes, "What size?" I go, any size. I think you have a bigger bottle list. She comes back, and lo and behold, boom, it was back there. She didn't know what I was talking about. This was back there, but it's not a 250. They didn't even make them in 250. This is the neck 2 sizes up. This is not the 350. Look at the scale here. So it's the 450. It doesn't even go inside it's a 450. And I didn't even expect, even the one size lower than this is probably a decanter, and this is a decanter. Listen to that. You want to back up? So I got to back up. You know, I'm not showing off here, but this is what they had, and I was like, this is expensive. But they gave it to me for the old Dior price that Crystal was giving it to me, the old sticker on here. They didn't add on the extra upcharge, right? This was still $220, not $250. this is 450 in mils, and this was 450, but it's, see, I've already decanted some out from the pipette, put it into this and another one. These are pretty nice. Oh yeah. I got these very cheap from Amazon, 450 mils. So I think I'm set, unless I live to be 100 years old, which I know I won't. So that was the last hurdle of getting a backup. Voila, I got the biggest bottle ever, and it just happens to be my signature scent. And now my Privé bottles are all over the board, 125, 250, and 450 mils. For those of you playing at home, boys and girls, that's 15.2 ounces. That in itself is a video. This itself is a video right here. Froggy. So that's what I wanted to announce to everyone. And in some ways, I'm out of the game in terms of buying. And right now, I have no interest in buying anything anyway. And I'm going to sell more. I'm going to sell more off to friends, try to whittle down. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to box up my frags that I know I'm not going to spray that, and I'm just going to put them away, reaching for them very seldomly. And then where I have my fragrances, I'll have more room to display my Chanels and my Dior's and my other favorites with more room. Maybe I'll do a video on that. But I'm going to box up and put away a lot of fragrances and keep them and love them. But in that sense, I'm out of that game for a while in terms of just collecting and being interested in new stuff. And in some time down the line, new stuff's going to come out. I know I'm going to want to sample. Some people are coming out with some fragrances, and that's going to be more exciting than ever. But for now, I'm very excited about my new life, my new love with this grand decision. I appreciate you listening to me. I wouldn't make this if it wasn't serious. I just like to come on here and give my 2 cents, and I know some of it's interesting to people with common interests in our circle. So 5 years in as a FragHead, and I find a signature scent, which I thought I would never, ever find. And I'm really excited about it. So I'm going to maybe put this on my dresser with maybe 2 or 3 bottles, and it's going to look like my dresser 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago when it had like 4 or 5 bottles. And I would just choose from one of them, and this will be one of them. And yeah, if you have a chance to sniff this, I would recommend it. It's just great. It's one of my obviously one of my favorite Privés now. Maybe so Cuir Canage can be maybe I like better in terms of like an interesting perfume. But this video is running long. That's all I wanted to say. And let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you guys romanticize about signature scents like you had in the past. I've always romanticized about that. A signature. I mean, that's what perfume, that people around you identify you with that smell, right? Your girlfriend, your friends, your close other, he always smells like that. And whatever it is, if it's a Chanel or a Creed or a Kilian's or a Acqua di Gio Armani. So it's a very romantic idea, signature scents. It has a clear color in here. It's kind of blushy purple, but Millie, my love. I'll check back with you guys later. And I once again thank you very much, mahalo, for listening and spending time with me. I really appreciate it.